Are you tired? Tired of the mirror and the standards it reflects? A beauty that always feels just out of reach. But what if the parts of you that you hide, the parts you have been told are ugly, what if they hold the key? The key to a profound, radiant beauty you never knew you possessed. We chase validation on the surface, but true radiance is never found there. It is unearthed in the shadows, in the parts of yourself you have disowned. Today, we redefine what beautiful truly means. This is not another beauty tutorial. It is an invitation to a revolutionary journey inward. Because Jungian wisdom teaches us a powerful paradox. True wholeness is not found in erasing your perceived flaws. It is found in integrating them, all of them. Imagine finally seeing yourself with a clarity and a love that no societal standard could ever dim. Welcome to Depth Journey, a safe space to explore and to liberate your true beauty. Are you tired of feeling not enough when you look in the mirror? That relentless chase for the perfect image, it's exhausting, and it leaves us feeling profoundly empty. We have spent so much of our energy trying to fit a mold. The societal mirror, with its filters, its trends, it creates a standard that is impossible to meet. A 2023 study found that 78% of women over 40 in North America feel immense pressure from these societal beauty standards. This pressure quietly tells us every single day that we are somehow incomplete. It warps our self-perception. It obscures our true inherent worth. Think of Maria, a woman of 52. She spent years investing in a battle against time, believing that every line on her face was a flaw to be erased. She looked in the mirror, and all she could see was what was missing, what was imperfect. But what did she truly miss? She missed the beauty of her own story, the wisdom etched into her skin, the resilience that shines in her eyes, a beauty far deeper than any surface. And this brings us to a radical idea, a peek behind the curtain of expectation. True beauty is not about fitting in, it is about embracing all of you, even the parts, especially the parts you have been taught to hide. Pause here and ask yourself, who is holding your mirror? Society or you? But how do we begin to see what has been hidden? How do we take back the mirror? That journey begins when we step beyond the surface, when we dare to look into the shadow. Shadow work. It sounds intimidating, doesn't it? Like a journey into darkness. But I am here to tell you, it is not a meeting with a monster. It is a homecoming to your most precious, forgotten parts. The shadow, in Jungian terms, is not evil. It is simply the storage vault of your disowned self. Everything you were taught to suppress, everything you learned to hide in order to be accepted. And this is the crucial part. It is not just the darkness that we hide. Often, it is our most brilliant light. The talents you were told were impractical, the fierce ambition you learned to soften, the desires you deemed unacceptable. A 2022 study by Biomed Central found a significant link between self-acceptance, which is the heart of shadow work, and overall mental well-being in midlife women. Because when we embrace these hidden parts, we become whole. Remember Chloe from a previous exploration. She once thought her anger was ugly, unladylike. It was a part of her shadow. But as she began to integrate it, she realized that anger was a boundary being violated, a fierce strength demanding respect. That is the beauty of assertiveness, long hidden away. I used to believe I had to be positive all the time, but when I allowed myself to feel my melancholy, I found a different kind of beauty, the beauty of depth, of compassion. Those disowned traits, hidden talents, and even your perceived flaws, they all hold untapped power and beauty. So the first step is simple. It is not about changing anything. It is about noticing. Noticing your own internal judgments, the resistance you feel when you think about certain parts of yourself. Write in the comments, what is one quality you have always thought of as a flaw? Once we begin to look into this shadow, how does it illuminate our authentic radiance? This journey requires courage. The courage to sit with what we have buried. Shadow work is the practical path to face our insecurities and past wounds. Not to dwell in them, but to understand them and to alchemize them into strength. We are not erasing our scars. We are learning to read them as stories of resilience, as the unique beauty of survival. Consider Sarah, a 48-year-old mother. For years, she felt ashamed of the stretch marks on her body. Society's mirror told her they were flaws, an imperfection to be hidden. But as she began to see them through the lens of shadow work, her perspective shifted entirely. She no longer saw flaws. She saw a map of creation, a beautiful, intricate story of the life she had brought into the world. Her beauty had not diminished, it had deepened. It had become authentic. I used to be terrified of being seen as too sensitive. It was a part of my shadow I desperately tried to hide. But when I finally embraced that part of myself, I realized it was not a weakness. It was my superpower of compassion, a gateway to deeper connection with the world. And this is the heart of true radiance. It is a beauty that goes far beyond the skin. It is the magnetism of authenticity, the quiet confidence of a woman who has embraced her whole self, light and shadow. It is a resonance, a glow that comes from wholeness, a magnetism that no amount of makeup can ever replicate. Pause here and ask, what scar are you ready to see as a story of strength? So, how do we begin to bring this deep acceptance into our daily lives?
Shadow work is not a one-time event. It is a daily whisper, a continuous, gentle turning towards your whole self. These are simple, actionable exercises to begin integrating these shadow aspects into your daily life. Start with journaling, not as a chore, but as a sacred act of listening. Write about your judgments of others, what annoys you, what triggers you. It often reflects a disowned part of yourself. A 2021 study in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that expressive writing, especially about difficult emotions, significantly improves mental well-being and self-acceptance. Let's return to Chloe. She began a simple practice each night, journaling about her feelings of envy when a colleague received praise, an emotion she once labeled as ugly. Through writing, she realized her envy was not a flaw. It was a signpost, pointing to her own unacknowledged need for recognition. She then learned to give that recognition to herself, praising her own hard work and dedication. She started to break free from the external gaze. This is how we cultivate an inner compass for beauty and self-worth. It begins with a gentle rebellion. I used to dress in ways I thought were age-appropriate, but now I choose what makes me feel alive. It is an act of liberation. Here is a small practice for you. When you find yourself seeking approval, silently repeat this to yourself. My beauty does not require your permission. It is a powerful reclamation of your sovereignty. Small challenge. Today, take 5 minutes to write down one thing you genuinely love about yourself, something you may have previously tried to hide. As you begin this daily practice of integration, of turning inward, what new vision of beauty begins to emerge from within?
Authentic beauty is not a destination. It is a continuous journey of self-acceptance, a holistic glow that comes from embracing every part of who you are. When you look beyond the mirror of societal expectation, you will find a radiance that is resilient and undeniably yours. Are you ready to step into your authentic beauty? Write in the comments right now, "Inner Radiance," and share one flaw you are ready to see as gold. Let us begin this journey together. If you wish to continue peeling back the layers, join me for our next video, The Mask of Maturity, Uncovering Your Wild Inner Girl Through Shadow. We will explore how the grown-up you might be suppressing the most vibrant parts of your spirit. Our channel is a safe space for this ongoing path of self-discovery. Remember, your greatest beauty does not need to be found. It is simply waiting to be uncovered by you.